G'day, I'm Swampy Marshall. I'm an operator specialist for Ashburton in the Canterbury region. What I want to chat about is the placement of loads safely. As you can see, I have the grey beard indicating the fact I've been around and I've seen a few bloody dodgy deals. Hopefully you can learn a thing or two from me in this video. Rightio, let's start off with the bad and the ugly, then we can finish with the good. There are a few things I can see wrong with this picture. Firstly, reversing over another load which has created an uneven surface. Secondly, the load isn't evenly distributed in the tipping deck. It should be centered to create an even weighted load. Thirdly, someone appears to be standing underneath the tipping deck. And lastly, the tractor unit is at right angles to the trailer. All of these are big no-nos when tipping. Each one of these unsafe actions could lead to a fatality. So what does good look like? Before we get on to that, let's chat about a few things you need to look at during your daily pre-start. We want to ensure that the trips are opening and closing and the spreading chains are not connected to the tail door. We also want to be checking that the deck is clear so we don't end up with a build-up of sticky material. Inspect the hydraulic ram, top and bottom, so we can confirm that the mounting bolts are secure. Make sure that the oscillating or semi-oscillating turntable locks are in place. Here we can see two examples of this. Putting these locks in place will prevent sideways movement of the turntable while tipping. However, even when the turntable locks are in place, we still must never tip when our trailer is at right angles to the tractor unit. Lastly, inspect tyre inflation. The last thing you want when tipping is an uneven surface. Before we arrive on site to place a load, it's very helpful to know if the site is controlled or uncontrolled. If the site is uncontrolled, has the site been visited first to carry out a site hazard identification? Upon arrival on site, whether controlled or not, you want to be looking for the following: overhead obstructions, soft ground or depressions, or anything that could damage the tyres, as you don't want to have a blowout during tipping. Something else you don't want when tipping is strong wind gusts. Upon arrival, you also want to be scanning for the safest location to tip. If a spotter is available, stop. Have a chat with the spotter and work to the spotter's instructions. When you're reversing, aim for the spot you previously chose as the safest spot to tip. If the site is congested, short dump, as the load can always be cleaned up later. Before raising your deck, a couple of things we need to do. Apply the part brake and trip the tailgate. Look for any part of your load discharging. This will confirm that the tailgate is open. When tipping, raise the deck with consistent revs, with smooth, non-jerky movements. Do this when lowering the deck as well. Aim to only raise the deck to 3/4 of the ram length, as fully extending the ram may cause damage to the ram seals and also increase the risk of tip over. And ensure you know your load. Is your load sticky? Is your load likely to jam or block? If you determine your load is sticky, place the sticky material as close to the tail door as possible. Doing this means you have less chance of your load sticking near the top and discharging more freely. If the entire load is sticky, cart less product. After the load is placed, drive straight forward, clear of the tip load. Stop, and then lower the deck. Once the deck is fully down, engage the tailgate locks. Dismount and check that the trips and tailgate is clear of any loose material. Okay team, that's a wrap. If you forget all else, please remember, trip before you tip. Never tip on an angle or uneven surface. If in doubt at any time, please stop. There's no shame in asking for advice. And lastly, we never dump a load, we place it. Thanks for your time, safe and happy tipping.